Something felt wrong this morning. Not your outfit. Not your skin. Your hair. You stood there looking at yourself, and something about the shape around your face just sat there. Heavy. Dated. You couldn't name it. That feeling has a name. And it is your cut. The right haircut after 50 does not just make you look polished. It changes the entire geometry of your face. It lifts. It brightens. It takes 4 to 6 years off without a single product or procedure. The wrong cut does the exact opposite. It pulls everything downward, flattens your cheekbones, and drains the light straight from your eyes. Most women never find out which side they are on. Until today. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we are covering the 5 haircuts that make older women look younger after 50. And by part 3, you are going to want to stop this video and call your stylist. I mean it. Part 1 opens with the single cut that every expert agrees is the most transforming for women after 50, and the reason most women never ask for it. Part 2 has a fix so quietly specific that when I tell you, you will wonder how you went this long without knowing it. Part 3 is the one that a stylist told me off the record she wishes she could tell every client walking through her door, but never does. And Part 5 closes on something I have never heard another channel talk about plainly. Not once. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1, the layered lob. The cut that lifts everything. Picture the last time a stylist asked you what you wanted and you said, just clean it up a little. Just keep the length. Just tighten the shape. I hear this so often and I understand why. When you have found something that feels safe, you hold on to it. But here is the thing nobody says to your face. Safe is what is quietly aging you. The layered lob, a length that falls just past the collarbone with soft movement cut through the ends and mid-lengths, is the single most recommended cut by senior stylists for women over 50. And yet most women have never once asked for it by name. Not because they do not want it. Because they do not know what to call it, so they never ask. Here is what it is doing to your bone structure right now without a layered lob. A blunt one-length cut sits at jaw level and creates a visual shelf. That shelf draws the eye straight down. It pulls the mid-face with it. Your cheekbones, your beautiful cheekbones, disappear behind the weight of the line. And the jaw, which is already naturally shifting after 50, gets framed in the worst possible way. One small shift. That is all this is. The layered lob works because it removes weight from exactly the places that weight does the most damage after 50, the jaw and the lower mid-face. And it redirects the eye upward toward the cheekbones and the brow. Your face reads as lifted, sharper, more awake. You will see it in photographs before you even register it in the mirror. The maintenance is simple. Ask your stylist to revisit the layers every 8 to 10 weeks. Not the length, just the layers. The length can grow. The layers are what do the work. Do not let them grow out into a solid blunt line again. This is the one a friend of mine heard, went straight to her salon, and texted me a photo 48 hours later saying, "Why did nobody tell me this years ago?" If you are still holding on to a blunt one-length cut because it felt safe, swap it for a softly layered lob that falls to the collarbone. The difference in how your cheekbones read in photographs is immediate and it lasts. Coming up next, the one detail about layers that nobody thinks to ask their stylist. And it is the reason why some layered cuts lift and others just do not. That is next. Part 2, face framing layers. The detail that changes everything. Bold truth for you right now. You could have layers and still be doing it wrong. Most women who come in asking for layers are getting the right cut in the wrong place. And that one misplacement is undoing everything the cut was supposed to achieve. Face framing layers are not the same as general layers. General layers add movement and reduce bulk through the body of the hair. Face framing layers do something entirely different. They are cut specifically around the face, starting at the cheekbone and sweeping outward and downward in a way that draws the eye up toward your brow and your eyes and away from the jaw and neck. It is a completely different instruction. And if you have never said those exact words to your stylist, face framing layers starting at the cheekbone, there is a very real chance you have never actually had them. This specific cut is quietly adding up to 5 years to how your face reads in any light. Because without face framing layers, the longest pieces of your hair fall straight down along the sides of your face and create a visual narrowing that emphasizes the jaw rather than the upper face. Write this one down. The fix is one sentence. Sit in that chair and say, I want face framing layers starting at the cheekbone. Shortest piece should begin there and sweep back and down. That is the whole instruction. Any stylist worth their scissors will know exactly what to do. And if they look uncertain, that is information too. Here is the maintenance piece. Face framing layers grow out faster than the rest of the cut because they are shorter. Every 6 to 7 weeks, ask for a face framing refresh. It takes 10 minutes and it is the most valuable 10 minutes of your entire appointment. There is a reason the women you see in photographs and think, she looks incredible, what is her secret? Almost always have this one feature in their cut. You just never had a name for it before today. What I am covering next is the one cut I see doing the most consistent damage to women over 50, and it is the one cut that has somehow become associated with looking clean and polished and put together. That is next, and it might surprise you. Part 3, the mushroom cut, the one to leave behind. I watched a woman in a salon chair 2 years ago, stunning, elegant posture, beautifully clear skin, and she kept asking the stylist to keep it neat, keep the volume on top, just clean up the bottom. She left looking 10 years older than when she walked in. She had no idea. That cut was a mushroom, and it is the one I need to talk to you about plainly today. The mushroom cut, that round bowl-like shape with maximum volume at the crown and a blunt trimmed line underneath, became associated with smart, polished, professional women over 50 somewhere along the way. And that association has been quietly doing real damage, because the shape itself, regardless of how well it is executed, does two things that age the face. It creates a heavy horizontal visual mass above the eyes that draws the brow line down, and it completely collapses the appearance of the neck and jawline into one unbroken dome shape. Your bone structure deserves better than a dome. Your beautiful eyes deserve to be what the eye travels to, not buried beneath a rounded shelf of volume. This is everything. The shape is the problem. Not the length. Not the color. The shape. The swap. If you are wearing a mushroom cut right now, ask for a tapered crown with graduation. Meaning the volume at the top is maintained but the silhouette narrows and elongates downward rather than spreading out into a blunt round line. The crown stays full. The shape becomes vertical. And the difference is visible from across a room. One more maintenance note here. Ask your stylist to razor finish the perimeter rather than blunt cutting it. A razor finished edge on the outer line creates soft movement instead of a hard wall of hair. It is one instruction. It changes the entire silhouette. This is not about cutting your hair short or losing what you love. This is about changing the shape of what you already have. The next part is the one most women over 50 are genuinely shocked by, because the cut I am describing next is actively recommended by well-meaning people, and it is one of the fastest ways to lose years of visual youth in a single appointment. That is part 4. Part 4, the flat pixie, what nobody warns you about. Have you ever taken the leap, gone short, felt brave, sat in that chair and said let's do it, and then looked in the mirror and felt something quietly collapse inside you? Not because short hair is wrong, because the specific shortcut you got was designed for a completely different face, a completely different decade, and a completely different set of needs than yours. A flat pixie, meaning a shortcut that lies completely close to the head with no volume, no texture, and no movement, is recommended constantly. Women are told, go short, it is chic, it is modern, it is freeing. And it can be all of those things. In the right version. The flat version is not that. Here is what a flat pixie is actually doing to your face after 50. It removes every single visual element that softens the jawline, frames the cheekbones, and creates the perception of lift. With no volume and no movement, the eye has nothing to travel upward toward. It sits on the jaw. It sits on the neck. It reads the lowest features of the face first and stays there. This specific cut is adding years to your face the moment it is finished, and most stylists will not say that out loud because they just spent 40 minutes cutting it. Honestly, this is the one I wish someone had said clearly and specifically, years ago, to every woman who asked for short. The swap is this: if short is what you love, keep it short. But ask for a textured pixie with crown volume and soft face framing at the temples. The length does not change. The volume and the movement change everything. Crown lift directs the eye upward immediately. Temple framing softens the jaw without hiding it. You still have your short, brave, chic cut. It just works for you instead of against you now. Ask your stylist specifically for texture through the crown with a side-swept fringe element at the temples. For words that change the entire outcome. Texture, lift face framing. There is something about this fix that women message me about more than almost anything else, because they did not realize how few words stood between where they were and where they are now. What I am sharing in part 5 is something I have genuinely never heard discussed plainly in any other space. It is the one haircut rule that applies to every woman over 50 regardless of face shape, hair type, or length preference. And it is the simplest thing in this entire video. That is part 5. Part 5. The one rule that applies to every cut after 50. Most hair advice tells you what to choose. Nobody tells you what to feel for. And that gap between knowing the name of the right cut and knowing whether it is actually working on your specific face, in your specific light, in your actual life, that gap is where most women stay stuck indefinitely. Today that ends. Here is the one rule. Every great haircut after 50 directs the eye upward. Every aging haircut after 50 directs the eye downward. That is the whole law. Not length. Not color. Not how trendy or classic the cut is. Direction of eye travel. That is what separates a cut that adds years from a cut that removes them. When you stand in front of a mirror and look at your hair, trace where your eye goes first. Does it go to your brow, your cheekbones, your eyes? Or does it go to your jaw, your neck, the width at the sides? If your eye goes down, your hair is aging you. If your eye goes up, your hair is working for you. It is genuinely that specific. This is the one a friend of mine used to walk into every appointment with no idea what to ask for, and now she uses it as her only test. Now apply this test to everything we have covered today. The layered lob, upward direction. Face framing layers from the cheekbone, upward direction. The tapered crown replacing the mushroom, upward direction. The textured pixie with crown volume, upward direction. Every single one of these cuts is following the same law. You do not need to memorize 5 different cuts. You need to memorize one direction, up. Here is the swap. If any element of your current cut, the weight, the line, the volume placement, is directing the eye downward, that element needs to change. You do not have to reinvent the whole cut. Find the one downward pulling piece and redirect it. Sometimes it is as small as asking for a 1/4 inch of graduation at the temple. Sometimes it is moving your part 2 inches to the left. The direction changes. The years fall away. Maintenance for this rule is your mirror, every morning. Not to criticize, to observe. Where does my eye go first? If the answer is ever downward, make a note and bring it to your next appointment. Yes. That's simple. You have been one piece of information away from this for longer than you know. And now you have it permanently. You just learned the 5 haircuts that lift, brighten, and visually take years from your face. The layered lob, face framing layers, the tapered crown, the textured pixie, and the one direction rule that makes every single cut work better. You did not just watch a video. You changed what you will ask for next time you sit in that chair. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it shows. Tell me in the comments. Which one of these 5 cuts are you already wearing? And which one are you going to ask for next? I read every single one. Next time we are getting into the one accessory mistake that adds 10 years overnight, and it is not the one anyone ever suspects. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.